that autumn wind. Shout out to the Raiders, man, we about to win.
Raider Nation, what's going on? You're watching the Raiders Report, and I want you to comment your grades for the Raiders' performance versus the Cincinnati Bengals. I'll be honest, wasn't that pretty. But the Raiders, they got that W. So I want you to throw in the comment section A, B, C, D, or F for the Raiders' performance against the Bengals. And I'm basically going to take a deep dive in the offense, the defense, special teams, Jon Gruden, and then I'm going to break down 3 players on offense and 3 players on defense to grade. Spoiler alert, you're going to see Maxx Crosby in today's show because my dude absolutely balled out, which I don't know if I can say that. It's 4 sacks, balling out. Sounds a little risky. Let's get in now to some grades, shall we? Week 11 grades. Oh, man, I'm excited here. The offense, what would you give the offense? So A is like, I'm putting it on my fridge, Mom. Perfect score. F is like, F, right? We all went to school. C to me is average. So that's why I'm giving the Raiders offense a C grade. We moved the football pretty well. In terms of time of possession, we had the football for about 35 minutes. Those are the type of games where the Raiders excel in. The reason why I'm giving our team a C, well, we only scored 17 points against a Bengals defense. We probably should have scored 31 points because Josh had a bad fumble, Derek had a bad interception, and those 2 turnovers kind of put our defense in a tough spot. Derek played very well in this game. He had 1 bad interception. Josh, I thought, ran the football well, but our offensive line needs to step up. The offensive line needs to step up a little bit. So Jose says C-. Lynn Moss says B. Jerry Wells says A. And then ES says Chief Stink. You know what? I'm about it. Now, if you guys are watching this right now and you're like, wait, Mitch, you're shouting these out. I am. I'm live right now. And for all of you that aren't watching this live, turn on your notifications. But you also should subscribe to youtube.com/Raiders Report. So if you're a diehard Raider fan and you bleed silver and black, type 4 in the comments section. And if you're not subscribed, I'm really going to question whether or not you are a diehard Raider fan because of the daily videos we release, news, rumors. So if you want to stay up to date on everything Raiders, and if you want to get your voice heard because the nation's voice needs to be heard, then you should subscribe to youtube.com/Raiders Report. Jose, Ozzy, JJ Sporty, Justin, William, Alex, Seth, Caldwell. Appreciate you guys. I know y'all subscribe. Let's get now into some more grades, shall we? So, I'll be honest with you guys. The grade that you're about to see is basically what I was rocking throughout high school and throughout college. I'll be honest. So, defense and special teams, what grade would you give our defense and special teams? A, B, C, D? I'm going to give us a B. So, Johnny, I agree with you. Raider, I agree with you. I'm going to give us a B grade. We did hold the Bengals to 10 points. But I thought our defense actually played pretty well. I would have given us an A. If it wasn't for one, the Bengals, because I don't think the Bengals are good whatsoever. Ryan Finley was terrible. But also, the third downs. We gave up some very, very bad third downs. I mean, it's like 3rd and 19, and I hope Auden Tate is okay, because the injury did look scary. But on 3rd and 19, you can't give up a first down at a clutch situation like that. Now, we did have 5 sacks, sure, 4 of them went to Max, and we did hold Ryan Finley to only 115 yards. Now, Vic DeFore, I like Vic, but he was like talking about Ryan Finley's rocket arm and how John liked him coming out of college. I'll tell you what, if you can watch Ryan Finley and say that that guy's a good quarterback, I really question what the hell you're watching, because I don't really want to give so much credit to the Raiders defense as much as I just want to say, man, Ryan Finley is a bad quarterback in the NFL. 1 interception, 13 to 31. Y'all can yell at me for saying this. I would probably rather have Colin Kaepernick than Ryan Finley. If you don't agree with me, whatever, yell at me. Let's go to Jon Gruden. Now, I normally do offense, defense, special teams. I wanted to break it up a little bit differently with John. I'm going to give John an A. The reason why I give John an A is because I thought that he made very, very important calls when it mattered the most. I'm going to look at the 4th and 1. He went for it with Alec Ingold. Sure, we didn't get the touchdown there, but I'm going to give John an A. When you think about the entire week, okay, 10 days to prepare, we lost Carl Joseph. We didn't have LaMarcus Joyner. I thought John made the right calls. Now, our defense did give up some plays. Our offensive line did have some bad penalties. But overall, I actually think that John called, well, a pretty flippin' good game. Now, I want to give a shout-out to today's sponsor, BetDSI. And if you guys like betting on the Raiders, like free money, you like betting on NFL games, heck, if you want to bet on NBA games, you can do it at BetDSI also. Chatsports.com/bet is how you get the deal, but you got to use my promo code Raiders120 for 120% deposit bonus. That's one hell of a deal, and I challenge y'all to be able to find a better deal out there. In fact, if you find a better deal, I'll give you a free shirt from Raider Nation Store. If you like my shirts from Raider Nation Store, you guys can hit me up on IG. I can get you the hookup there as well. So let's go now to Josh Jacobs. Type some JJs in the comment section. My bosses were making fun of me. I was having y'all type JJ. Well, guess what? Type JJ. I'm going to give Josh a B-. It was tough giving him a B-, and some of you might be like, well, Mitch, you're being a little bit too hard on him. I mean, 23 carries, 4.9 yards per carry, 112 yards. That's a good game, right? Yes. But the fumble to me, the fumble really put the Raiders in a tough situation early on in this game. And I'm giving Josh a B- because I expect so much from him right now. He's been amazing. He's been the offensive rookie of the year. And 23 carries for 112 yards, I guarantee if you ask him right now, the fact that he didn't reach the end zone and the fact that he had a fumble, he would probably give himself a lower grade than a B-. I respect Josh's game very much, and that is ultimately the reason, take a drink, why I gave him a B-. Let's go to my man Tyrell Williams. I was good to see Tyrell back looking fresh, right? Tyrell, you're going to get a B+, my dude. 4 targets, 4 catches. I thought he looked good, but he was picking up big chunks, which is why Meg Mayock, it's why John went out to get this guy. And when you're targeted 4 times and you bring in all 4 of those catches, man, that gets me excited. But it was the clutchness of a lot of those catches. Now, Tyrell deserves a lot of 16s in the comments because he was making the plays when the Raiders really needed that big first down. So 82 yards, sure, I would have loved for him to find the end zone. It's been a while, but Tyrell, keep it up, my man. Let's go to Derek. Talk about the quarterback, right? Always got to talk about the quarterback. And the grade for me, when I was looking at this game, I was like, man, Derek's like, 14 of 14, 151 yards. He looks good. And then he threw a touchdown. I was like, this might be Derek's best game. But then it was the costly interception. So for Derek, I'm going to give you a B. You did have the 3-yard touchdown run where you're like shaking people out and just going full Superman mode, which literally gave me a heart attack. But it was the one interception, and it was a very bad interception. The one reason where we've seen Derek struggle is when he kind of locks in on a player. So he locks in on Hunter Renfrow. And I'll give credit to the defensive player. He made a great play. But Derek needs to, I think, sometimes not just stare down his receiver as much. But Derek, and if you guys agree with me, I'm seeing some C+, some B+, some B-. Foottane says A-. JJ Sporty says B+. Continue to get your grades in for my man, Derek Carr. Speaking of Carr, I'm going to get you guys a car. If you need a new car, like me, my car is a Pontiac Sunfire, 175K, 1,000 miles. It is just barely even running anymore. So I'm telling you right now, I go to BMW Santa Maria literally every single day, and I check out their deals. So if you're like me, and you're in the business, no, you're in the market, there you go, there's the right word, for a new car, text BMW Santa Maria. So the number is below. You can see it, 805-878-6160. You text them car, and they're going to hook you up. Now, I don't know about you. When I first thought of BMW, I was like, man, I don't know if I can afford a car. But these guys are hooking up the nation. You can get a BMW right now for under $20K. It's easy. But they also have cars on the lot for under $10K. So go check it out, www.bmwsm.com. Let's get in talking about the defense, man. Maxx Crosby. Dude, anytime you want to come on, my man, you let me know. Just, you can push it. I mean, we know what Maxx is getting. You get 4 sacks, Maxx. Hang on, cheers to you. Hang on. My invisible beer, Maxx. Cheers to you, dude. An A+. I've seen a lot of games. This might have been one of the most impressive games I've ever seen from a rookie. Spam Maxx. Spam A. Spam literally anything you want. I am so happy for Crosby because having talked to him, he was such a hardworking player. You could see it on Hard Knocks, a fan favorite. And when you come out and have a game like this at home, 4 quarterback hits, 4 sacks, 5 tackles. Like, I don't mean to laugh, but oh my Lord, Crosby. Dude, like, you're absolutely killing it, and just keep it going, my man. And I couldn't have said this better myself. Spam it. Just type Mad Max. Like, Max, we got to get a jersey giveaway. We got to get some giveaways for Maxx Crosby on the show. And when you're back here in Dallas, my man, you hit me up. We're getting you on the show. I just want to see some Mad Maxes. Mad Maxes in the comments. We're going to pump it up. I want him to be able to hear you guys typing on your keyboard because you're pounding on the keyboard so hard. Mad Max. Mad Max. Mad Max. Throw it in the comments section. Let's go to DJ Swearinger, who was like, I don't know, kind of mixing things up a little bit, and I was excited to see that he was getting a start in this game. Back on my show on Wednesday, I said don't be surprised if DJ does get the start. Him and Eric Harris were back in the safety position. I'm going to give DJ an A-. I was impressed by his ability to be able to literally step in right away and contribute, but also contribute at, I thought, a pretty high level. Now, Swearinger was a player where I understand he was a veteran. He was on my free agents list that the Raiders should target. They went out and got him. He had 7 tackles, which led the team today. 5 of those were solo. But I think it was the confidence that that Paul Gunther, that the entire coaching staff had in DJ to be able to put him out there right away. And the Raiders didn't really give up many big plays. Now, sure, a lot of that you can point at Ryan Finley. But Swearinger, I thought, at least knew where he was supposed to be. And for only being there for about a week, that to me is a very, very good sign. Let's talk about the other free agent that the Raiders brought in this week, Dion Jordan. What would you guys grade Dion Jordan? I think this one is probably the toughest out of the defensive players that I've talked about. So what would you give Dion Jordan? You can see it below, A, B, C, D, or F. This show here, the Raiders Report, it's not about me. It's not about me. It's about the nation, and it's about the voice of the nation. So Julio says C. I'm seeing a lot of C's. I'm seeing a meh. Raider J says B-. L. Baltazar says C+. Brady Hack says B. Well, I'm going to give Dion Jordan a C because I see some good and I see some bad. Now, this is what his stat line looked like. He had a tackle, he had a sack, he had a QB hit, but he also had the penalty, okay? So the reason why he was drafted 3rd overall in the 2013 draft is because of the upside. Because you can see the flashes where you're like, man, this guy is really, really talented. He's long and he's lanky. Kind of reminds me of Arden Key a little bit. But then you also see some boneheaded plays with the one penalty where he's just not doing what he's supposed to do. And I get it. He's excited. He's back out on the football field. Dion, your upside is still very, very high, and you can be a great Raider. Just tone it back a little bit. Rein it in. And when you figure it out, my man, I'm telling you right now, Dion Jordan is going to be a special player in silver and black. Speaking of silver and black, who bleeds silver and black here? Type me in the comments section. Now, I got a lot of silver, got a lot of black. Shout out to Raider Nation Store for making me look good. But if y'all bleed silver and black, if it's in your veins, I want you to subscribe to the Oakland Raiders Report, youtube.com/Raiders Report. We are the most watched Raiders channel on YouTube and on Facebook. And because of people like Julio, Flip, Millard, Juan Hernandez, I appreciate y'all and I appreciate the nation. So make sure you guys subscribe, youtube.com/Raiders Report. Raider Nation, what's going on? Is this the #1 Raiders channel on YouTube? For Chucky Heads, believe it, baby. And if you haven't already, subscribe right here. I'm giving you Chucky Heads, news, rumors, Raider Nation rumors. And look at this, I'm making your life easier. Check out my next video. Thanks for watching, and go Raiders.